So, Cal State Fullerton, and as well as all the other CSU school systems, are going to be reforming their clubs, and meaning, you know, lacrosse, rugby, all the things that aren't like the major teams. What do you think about this?
I think it's a good idea to incorporate all those different groups to be able to have a wide variety of sports that can are you gonna edit? Okay. That can be used to the different diversities of the cultures that we offer. So of course lacrosse can be more of the European style, rugby is also European, Frisbee is more of the California beach guy, the surfing club, California. So I would say it's a pretty good idea to have all those varieties so that you can have a better chance of making people feel welcomed at a campus.
So do you consider the sports clubs important to making the students feel welcomed and having something to do and somewhere to go other than class?
Yeah, because you need to have that outside sport or outside group that you belong to, and if you don't feel welcomed at a campus, then you don't want to stay around.
Okay.
So if you had that group that made you feel welcome other than sororities or fraternities or other just ethnic groups, then you just don't want to stay around. So if you have that, you would feel more likely to be around the campus atmosphere and be more socialized.
Okay. A lot of what Mr. Walker said, the person I was talking to, was a lot of the reforms are going to be going towards risk assessment and management, you know, and sort of like when teams are traveling to different areas, making sure people are signed up and, you know, like there aren't just random people joining the team and getting hurt, you know? Do you think it's important for the school to be reforming this so all the CSUs are on the same page and have all the same documents, and have the same plan?
It should. It should be kind of similar to a normal sport where football, you are all very similar. You have your certain rules that you have to follow. You have the certain liabilities that you have to adhere to. So I would consider the clubs should almost be in fact more of a sport that is like football or basketball where you have those rules, because or else you're going to fall into a liability situation. So overall, I would say every school should have the same feel of rules to them. Maybe
Okay.
with a little, they might have a little difference depending on what school they're at or if they're from California or if they're from Virginia. So depending on location, it might be a little different, but everybody should have the same rules, roughly.
Okay. All right, so basically what's going on is sports clubs and the requirements for them, such as, you know, risk management, risk assessment, traveling to places, player registration, that's all going to be changing in the coming years. So all the CSUs are on the same page and all have the same rules, a lot of the similar paperwork. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm not in a sports club right now, but I mean, I think to make it justify between all the campuses, to have a uniformity in their rules and regulations will hence make each competitor more, you know what they're getting into before the competition starts.
Okay. Do you think sports clubs are important at CSU for welcoming?
Yeah. Hell yeah, especially this campus.
Why do you think?
Just because this is such a big commuter campus that, like, anything to get you involved on campus, at least doing something here, I'm all for it. Any club organization.
Would you do you support most things that the AS or that the sports clubs do to improve or do whatever with the clubs?
I do. I mean, I wish, you know, me personally, I'm an extreme sports guy. I wish they'd have more like snowboarding, wakeboarding type shit. But you know, regular sports as well. You know, I agree that they're doing. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Did you know that there's a snowboarding club on the campus? There is. Go check that out. I'm going to try and join too. So.